Subscription VOD is essential to up-and-coming filmmakers. I mean, for one thing, they're able to get their movies out in front of an audience. Access to VOD is much easier. There isn't as strong a barrier to entry as the theatrical. So direct to digital releasing and self-distribution has become more prevalent in recent years.
Uno como director no puede ignorar este cambio y de la misma manera que cuando se filmaba en 35 y después se pasó al digital, digo, eso trae beneficios y trae también pérdidas en algún sentido. Creo que uno no puede ignorar eso. Después está en la decisión personal del modo y de lo que uno quiera contar y de qué modo lo quiere contar. En lo personal como directora me resulta interesante la variedad de formatos y creo que eso que propone este cambio es interesante tomarlo.
So Curzon Home Cinema was, I think we launched our first film in 2008 and we built our first platform in 2010. And it works in many ways as a cinema within our circuit of physical cinemas, big screen cinemas, and it works as an addition to that estate. And it has over the years encouraged, and we have the cinemas which helps us to do that, to encourage more and more distributors to come with us on that day and date journey and provide access in the homes on the same day as in the cinemas.
Y ese VOD hace que esa película llegue a un lugar en donde no existe una sala de cine o la sala de cine no sea apropiada para ese tipo de películas, obviamente que es bienvenido, porque es una puerta más, es una entrada más de gente que puede acceder a ver esa película. Y como directora me parece muy interesante tener esa posibilidad.
And more access can only be a good thing, particularly in terms of growing younger audiences for art house cinema. And the demographic of Curzon Home Cinema is younger than the demographic that comes to the physical cinemas. So we see that as a very important asset and opportunity for us to educate about intelligent cinema for future cinema-going audiences.
Una vez que uno pasa por este festival, aparentemente todo se hace más simple y más fácil en los proyectos posteriores.
Cinema admissions are up. I mean, some would argue that it's the mainstream movies that are pushing those numbers, but for us, our cinemas are 20% up on previous year, and we play, our big hitters are those award-winning critical, the movies that people want to see, the movies that play here at Cannes. The Handmaiden has done over 1 million. There's only one film, Giulietta, that did 1 million in the foreign language space last year. Handmaiden is this year's hit, and you have to go back to The Raid 2 in the UK for another film that was foreign language that made over 1 million. So that's a great example of a subscription VOD partner and a cinema distribution company and the UK's independent cinemas all working together. Manchester by the Sea did 3.5 million, and that was an Amazon film, and I think most consumers wouldn't be aware that that was an Amazon title. One of the things that is often not discussed is that Amazon and Netflix are delivering revenues to distributors. They're replacing a lot of the lost TV revenues, and of course the home entertainment revenues that are also falling away. So in terms of them licensing films, then they do have an important role commercially in independent distribution.
Básicamente es eso el desafío, encontrar la manera de que estas plataformas hagan que el cine llegue a más gente, pero que de alguna manera, digamos, esa llegada vuelva al cine para seguir produciendo. Encontrar seguramente esta cuestión de unida y vuelta entre esa cantidad de gente que puede acceder a la película en la plataforma, pero que eso pueda volver o se pueda neutralizar o concretizar básicamente en fondos que puedan hacer que se siga produciendo cine. La idea sería que todo pueda convivir y que cada uno elija qué ver y cómo ver, pero no abolir la idea de la sala en pos de la modernidad.
Me parece interesante que el espectador tenga las dos opciones, pero creo que tiene que haber reglas de convivencia, ¿no?
I think filmmakers are the obvious answer to that question. They are nervous anxious about their films being seen on a small screen. And I think at the moment, while cinema is so buoyant, I would just say, you know, access to your film is very important. You aren't denying the cinema experience by being on demand. Where are the art house audiences of the next decade? And at the moment, they're at home, they're on their computers. So you need to go to them because they aren't going to come to you.